Hello and welcome to my channel. I picked up this kit from Model Railway Scenery. It's a 1 in 76 scale paper and card model, and with this kit you can build 4 beach huts. These can be commonly seen around the seafront of the UK, and they're usually very expensive. This is kit number KX014-00, and with this kit we have some streamlining instructions. We also have some alternate bases which we can choose from. Plus we have the detailed huts along with a couple of different accessories. And lastly, we have a spare sheet of cardboard should anything need reinforcing. Right, first things first, I'm going to cut out each of the huts. I just have to be careful not to accidentally cut off any tabs. I'm doing it this way because it'd be easier to do them in batches, as well as being quicker in the long run. Now I'm cutting out the notches so that these can be folded and then glued into place. Right, I'm going to skip ahead until they're all been done. We also have the doorway to cut out and fold back on itself. You can see that the tabs have been glued down, and the heavy weight was used to do this, so that way it remains flat. And now I have all the tabs to score. I lightly press down on the blade of a craft knife, and that way it just cuts the surface layer of the paper, so that way it will fold nice and clean. And now every crease must be folded before I can start any gluing, otherwise you will risk damaging the material later on. I first add a dab of glue onto the rear tab, and this is how I can form the basic square. I also use a small clamp to secure both parts in place until it sets, otherwise you can risk it curling or separating. For the flooring you can either have it plain white or textured. Since one is card and one is paper, I'm going to glue them together, and that means cutting them all out. And as with everything else, my glue of choice is PVA. It's slow setting, and once it sets, it's quite solid. So it's just a matter of slotting them into the base of the huts and gluing the tabs down. And as per usual, a little bit of weight helps to set it in place. So anything else that needs to go inside must go in now, and that includes the doors. We have different options available here. The door can either be fully closed, fully opened, or half open. And I've gone for a mixture. Next, the wheels are glued into place. There's also a front and rear trim which needs cutting out and gluing on. You need to make sure your blade is super sharp, otherwise these will tear and you rust them. And now for the plinth, we have two options. We've got concrete or wood. I'm picking concrete because they last longer, and it matches those I've seen in real life. I also glue down the sides onto the spare piece of cardboard. This will thicken them up and add a little bit of strength. I also stick another piece of cardboard underneath the plinth, but made it slightly smaller, and this will help encourage the edges to slot into place. Then I slowly but surely glue the pieces into place. These machining blocks come in very handy in helping to keep things in alignment. Plus they also prevent warpages as the glue dries. As you can see, I've added another cardboard strip underneath for extra strength. And now the huts can be glued into place. There's just a few additional details left to add, and those include both open and closed window shutters. There's also some roofing felt which I've chosen to leave off, because those strips are very thin and they also need folding into two, which means they will probably look untidy. Then last of all, I put down the welcome mats, and they're only placed in front of the cabins which have been opened, because in reality somebody will pinch them if you left them unattended. Well, that's this kit completed. While it's not a bad little kit, but I do believe the instructions could be improved a little bit. For example, we're told to fold back the door frames. This makes them very thick, so the doors end up sitting quite far back. So it's probably better to cut the door frames away altogether. And the tabs underneath the hut could do with being a lot bigger, because they will fold much easier and leave less of a gap. From a distance these kits look great. It's only when you get up close that you see all the little problems. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if I can do it, so can you.